guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a cook with me video, and for these I tend to like to test out a recipe. These are not recipes I've ever tried before, so today we are trying another crock pot meal because you guys really seem to like budget friendly crock pot meals that are really easy for moms on the go or if you work late, things like that. So that's what we're doing today. This is a beef and noodle recipe. But you could switch the noodles out for rice or potatoes, whatever you like. I did get these egg noodles. My family really likes these. So what you're going to need for this recipe is obviously some kind of crock pot or slow cooker. You're going to need stew meat. This is just from the butcher. I'm going to add an onion in. My family really likes onions in meals like this. Although this was not included in the original recipe, I've kind of adapted it from a recipe I found online, which I will of course have linked down below. You need a can of cream of celery soup. I like getting, low fat or low sodium or whatever I can find to make it, a smidge healthier. And you're also going to need some onion soup, and this is also different. They had a can of onion soup in the recipe, but I couldn't find it at the Walmart I was at, so I got this, and if needed I will add some extra water to my crock pot if it's going to be too dry in there. And so we're going to throw these 4 ingredients into the crock pot and let it cook all day, and then at supper time I will cook up the noodles really quick and we'll see how it turns out, and we'll test out this recipe together. Alright guys, so I chopped up my stew meat into a little bigger than bite-sized pieces, I guess. I could have left it in the big squares, but with the kids I like to chop things up a little bit smaller, and I also thought it might cook a little better in smaller pieces, so I did that. And I also chopped up a full onion here. I'm just going to toss everything into the crock pot, which I have had warming up. I have it on low. And we're just going to dump all of the ingredients in here. Including the soup and the powdered onion soup mix as well. And I think I am going to add maybe half of a soup can sized amount of water. I'll just use this empty cream of celery soup can just to add a little more liquid in there. I feel like the soup is maybe a little too thick to work for that purpose. Okay, now that we have everything in there, let's give it a stir. I will say that it already smells amazing, even though it doesn't really look all that appetizing in there. But there are all 4, I guess 5 if you count the water, ingredients into our crock pot. We are going to cook this on low for 6 to 8 hours, and then we'll check back on this. And just a reminder, I am using egg noodles as my base for this dish, but you can definitely have rice or potato, whatever kind of like starchy, carby type of base that you prefer to have underneath this beef mixture. But we'll check back in a few hours and see how this turns out. Alright guys, it's been about 7 hours later. Our beef mixture, I'm not really sure what to call it. It kind of looks like beef and gravy. That's all done. I just finished cooking the egg noodles. I just, followed the directions that were on the specific package that I got. I also just made carrots as a veggie on the side. You can, of course, choose whatever vegetable you want. But let's plate this up and see how it turned out. Alright, so this is what it looks like plated up. This is Max's portion, which is why it might look a little small. I think it looks pretty good. Jeremy, what do you think?
Looks great.
Max, what do you think about how supper looks?
good.
You think it looks good? Are you excited to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys would like me to continue doing these cook with me's and testing slow cooker meals, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!